Cancer. Let me speak to you directly before we enter the cards. You've been operating from a place of emotional hyper-awareness lately, almost like you're reading people even before they speak. And the interesting part is, you're not imagining it. You're picking up shifts, motives, tension, timing, and moods faster than usual, because your intuitive and emotional radar is sharper than it has been all year. This reading will help you understand what that sensitivity is trying to tell you. I'm Ira, and if you feel called to understand your full 2026 path, your money portals, relationship turning points, spiritual upgrades, and the one karmic breakthrough that will define your year, your full personal forecast is available for $155. All right, Cancer, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's see what's unfolding in your energy. The first card that steps into your field is the Queen of Cups, and this shows your emotional intelligence rising to a whole new level. You're finally understanding the difference between reacting and responding, between absorbing emotions and observing them. You're no longer drowning in feelings, you're navigating them with clarity. This is the version of you that trusts your intuition without asking for external confirmation. Emotionally, the Queen of Cups reveals that you've been carrying more emotional weight than you admit. You've been the listener, the healer, the supporter, even when your own heart needed support. But now the card shows you pulling back into your own emotional center, reclaiming energy that you gave away too freely. Energetically, this card shows a powerful shift. You're no longer attracted to chaos or inconsistency. You're craving stability, depth, and honesty, and the universe is beginning to match that frequency. Someone around you will reveal their true emotional capacity soon, and it will give you clarity about who deserves access to your soft heart. Psychologically, the Queen of Cups shows emotional maturity. You no longer rush to fix things. You no longer take responsibility for everyone's problems. You're learning to sit with your feelings instead of resisting them, and this is becoming your greatest strength. The next energy entering your reading is the Seven of Wands, and this card lands with a message about boundaries you've been avoiding. You've been allowing certain people or situations to drain you simply because you didn't want conflict. But the Seven of Wands shows a shift. You're done entertaining what exhausts you. You're finally stepping into a space where protecting your peace becomes non-negotiable. Emotionally, this card shows courage rising within you. Even when you feel nervous, you're speaking up. Even when you feel unsure, you're choosing yourself. This is you choosing inner peace over emotional obligation. Energetically, the Seven of Wands reveals that not everyone around you will understand or appreciate the stronger version of you. Some may push back, guilt trip, or test your boundaries, not because you're wrong, but because they benefited when you didn't have any. Psychologically, this card represents empowerment. You're no longer afraid to say no. You're no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You're stepping into a more self-assured identity, and this is the beginning of major energetic upgrades. The next card showing up is the Ace of Pentacles, bringing a refreshing opening around money, opportunities, or long-term stability. This is the kind of energy that shows up when the universe wants to offer you a new beginning. Something solid, something profitable, something worth building. It might be an unexpected opportunity, a new job, a financial lead, or a practical idea that finally gains traction. Emotionally, this card shows relief. Something in your financial world stabilizes or gains clarity, reducing the pressure you've been carrying for months. You finally feel like you have something concrete to work with. Energetically, the Ace of Pentacles indicates that your hard work hasn't gone unnoticed. You will receive an opening, not luck, but alignment meeting preparation. Your consistency is paying off in ways you didn't expect. Psychologically, this card shows a mindset shift around worth. You're starting to believe you deserve stability. You're starting to choose opportunities that support your long-term vision, not just short-term comfort. That shift alone changes everything. The next card rising into your energy is the Five of Cups, and this one enters with honesty. You're still carrying disappointment about something you lost, A relationship, a hope, a plan, or an expectation that didn't unfold the way you wanted. This card is not about sadness returning. It's about unresolved emotions finally rising so they can release. Emotionally, the Five of Cups shows that a part of you still questions why it happened like that. You replay certain moments, trying to understand where it shifted. But this card is here to remind you that the closure you didn't get externally is coming internally now. Energetically, this card reveals a major emotional clearing happening in your system. You're letting go not just of a person or situation, but the identity you held during that time. A new emotional chapter begins when you stop identifying with the pain. Psychologically, the Five of Cups shows acceptance, not the type that comes with numbness, but the type that comes with clarity. You're healing from the inside out, and this healing will open an emotional door you didn't expect. The next card stepping in is the Chariot, and this is pure forward momentum. This card shows you taking control of the direction of your life instead of letting circumstances or emotions lead the way. The Chariot is determination, discipline, and a commitment to your goals that even you didn't expect to feel this strongly. Emotionally, this card shows a new confidence rising. You're done questioning your abilities. You're ready to act. You're ready to move. You're ready to choose your path without waiting for permission. Energetically, the Chariot brings fast-paced movement, progress that accelerates quickly once you make one clear decision. Whether it's career, home, or emotional healing, something pushes forward rapidly. Psychologically, this card shows mastery over inner conflict. You're aligning your willpower with your intuition, and that alignment is what gives you unstoppable momentum. The next card that appears is the Nine of Pentacles, showing independence, self-sufficiency, and personal success. This energy reflects you stepping into a chapter where you don't need validation, approval, or someone else's direction. You're building something on your own terms and realizing you are far more capable than you've been giving yourself credit for. Emotionally, the Nine of Pentacles brings pride, healthy pride. You're acknowledging your growth, your discipline, and the things you once believed were impossible. Energetically, this card brings financial comfort, stability, or self-reliance. You begin to trust your ability to create abundance rather than hoping for it. Psychologically, this card shows increased confidence in your identity. You value yourself without needing someone else to reflect that value back to you. This is personal power rising quietly and steadily. The next card entering your energy is the Page of Wands, a card of curiosity, restart energy, and new passion. This card shows a spark coming back into your life, the kind you haven't felt in a while. You begin exploring something, wanting something, or feeling excited about something again. Emotionally, this card shows your heart warming up to new possibilities. You're not stuck. You're not numb. You're not closed off. Something reignites your enthusiasm. Energetically, the Page of Wands brings movement, ideas, plans, and expansion. New opportunities, even small ones, begin showing up repeatedly. Psychologically, this card reveals that you're ready to experiment again. Not recklessly, but with optimism. You're ready to step out of emotional stagnation and into inspired action. The final card appearing is the Star, and this is pure healing, hope, and destiny alignment. This is the universe confirming you're stepping into a chapter guided by higher timing, not random chance. The Star brings restoration, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Emotionally, the Star brings reassurance. Something you've been quietly hoping for finally begins unfolding. Your heart feels lighter. Something finally makes sense. Energetically, this card shows blessings arriving in subtle but powerful ways. Messages, synchronicities, opportunities, and emotional clarity. Psychologically, the Star brings faith, not blind hope, but calm knowing. You trust your path again, you trust yourself again, and because of that, your life begins aligning faster. If this reading connected with you, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps these messages reach the people who need them. Affirmation: I trust the timing, I trust the healing, and I trust the new chapter opening for me now.